To access Department 360, log into PeopleSoft, go to the main menu, Fiscal Overview, then Department 360. You'll be taken to the Search Parameters page where you'll type in your business unit as well as the fiscal year and period information you desire. Click the Search button and the tiles will appear. Job Aid Fiscal Point 416 is available for information regarding Department 360 as well. The general information provided is on encumbrance balances, expenditure balances, and receivable balances. These were the first tiles created in the dashboard to provide users or administrators at departments an overall encumbrance balance. When you click on the encumbrance tile, it takes you to the encumbrances for your department and the chosen periods. You can choose a period or a range of periods in a fiscal year. The details provided are the amounts of encumbrances by acquisition type, the count by acquisition type, the amount by PO status, and the count by PO status. It's a general overview so you can see what types of POs you're creating that drive the encumbrance balances for your department. Period-based shows you in which periods you have a spike in transaction information or a change in transaction information. These do not have drill-down capabilities into transactions. They simply provide an overview. The Expenditures tile provides information related to your expenditures in your Accounts Payable module. It gives you origin by amount, origin by count, amount by status, and count by status. Again, these are overviews and do not have drill-down capabilities for voucher transactions. They show you by period if you have a spike in transactions and what types of transactions are coming in. You can see if your online entry is your main source of entry, or if you have manual payments, inbound transactions from interfaces, or uploads. Those are the types of origins that are available and allow you to see where your vouchers are originating from. So you have amount by origin, count by origin, amount by status, and count by status. The status graphs will show you the current status of your vouchers in the system for the periods you choose. When you click on Receivables, the information provided is receipts by type and receipts by fund. We thought it would be useful for you to see where your receipts are coming from, what fund they are being applied to, what type they are, and whether they are abatements, revenues, or reimbursements. It will only show those receipt types that are processed by your department. So, if you are not receiving revenues for the period you have chosen, it will not show you revenues. The other graphs shows receivables. The difference between receipts and receivables is receipts are cash coming in and receivables are those open items that you expect to have receipts for. It shows open receivables by type and receivables by fund. The Fiscal dashboard includes information on your month-end close status. When you open the Fiscal dashboard, it's going to show you the fiscal year you put into your original search along with the business unit you have access to. If you have multiple business units, you can leave it clear and it will show you multiples, but you should put a business unit in to make sure your search matches the information you are trying to access. What shows in the bubble chart is directly driven by what is updated in your month-end close status self-reporting tool, Fiscal Point 335. The links provided are the month-end close self-reporting tool. This is used to identify where you are in your close process. If you drill into that month-end close status, you can pick a period that you want information about and it will show you the information you use to update your own status in the tool. The summary status shows 7 high-level steps to your monthly close process. The transactional stats, close submodules, and close AM and GL are updated by batch because we look in the system function to identify status. You, as a department, would identify whether you have completed labor, your PFA, or reconciled. In the self-reporting tool, you will be able to edit those fields that you can update. There is also a detail status that shows you the 25 steps associated with your close process. These steps were identified by the month-end close job aid so they are very similar to the steps you will see when you use your month-end close job aid. In the References tabs, you will see links to job aids and queries related to the close process. We've recently added a Journal Details tab that includes journals we feel you should review. If that tab is empty, you do not have any journals that need to be reviewed, but you should run your normal outstanding and no sent to queries to confirm. We also added an Open Periods tab. This was added because not all departments know how to find what period they are currently transacting in or what is the last open period available to them. This is a one-step tool to see what those open periods are. Departments have been using the month-end close status tool to gather that information. The other links provided are the Operational Inside Dashboard links, Job Aid Fiscal Point 367. These links were created for module-based transactional information. These links are only accessible to users that have those roles. If you go into the Accounts Payable link, it will show you the accounts payable transactions and status in the Accounts Payable module. You choose your business unit, year, and accounting period, and then choose from the menu what you want to see in your category. You can choose from denied vouchers, error details, payment additional details, sent to GL status, voucher origins, or vouchers status. We're looking at voucher status, and that shows where the vouchers are currently in your Accounts Payable module along with their status. When you pull down the status information, you will have graphs that allow you to drill down and show you the voucher information associated with the numbers in that graph. The drill down function is also in the links below. You can display all months if you're looking for more than 1 month. You can show all months and all columns so you can see all transactional information across months. If you were looking for vouchers in error, your voucher error should be closed by period as part of your close process. But if you look at the current period you're in, you could drill into those vouchers that are showing in error, and when you click into the Vouchers in Error link, it will take you to a window that shows all vouchers in error and links to those specific vouchers. You will be able to see this information if you have the appropriate role and call up those vouchers to correct the errors. Again, you will only see this information if you have the appropriate role. We've created a dashboard link for each module that is transactional: Accounts Payable, Accounts Receivable, General Ledger, Labor Distribution, and Procurement. You will not see a link for project costing or customer contracts, as these are less transactional and more of a chart field you use in these transactional modules. Department 360 also includes an FSC Tickets tile. If you are in your workstation with your email ID setup and you have access to ServiceNow, click on this tile. It will take you to the tickets you created, the job aids that now reside in ServiceNow, and other information that has been posted to ServiceNow for your use. ServiceNow also allows you to create queries regarding the tickets you have opened. Next is the GLKK Data Sync tile. This, of course, is the General Ledger and Commitment Control sync. When you do your year-end process and build your budgetary legal ledger, you have to have your GL and KK in sync. Your GL is your mod accrual and your KK is commitment control. This page will show you by fund when your revenues or expenditures are out of sync between your general ledger or commitment control. If you see out of sync between general ledger or commitment control, you can view details of those journals and use the appropriate GL-KK sync mismatch job aid, Fiscal Point 425, to correct those items. Some of those items can be corrected by the department, but some might require a ticket. This is a singular source to identify whether you have a GL-KK mismatch that needs to be worked on or if you need to create a ticket. You can use this in association with the GL-KK job aid to clear those items. It is recommended that you clear these items at minimum on a quarterly basis. You can do it monthly, but some of the GL-KK syncs are timing issues. So if you do it monthly, you may be doing more work than you have to. You should definitely clear them yearly before your budgetary legal ledger is built, because they have to be in sync before you close out your year. GLKK sync issues do not prevent month-end close, but it will affect year-end close. The final tile is the Air Dashboard. The Air Dashboard was created as a result of our Imagine Fiscal sessions. Participants told us they wanted a page that would allow them to see errors in their modules, see some transactional information, and how to correct those errors. The first page is Accounts Payable. This is the most transactional module in Fiscal. You will see the error along with the error type. It also includes the error description for that error type. If you have a budget exception, you can drill into that specific voucher, see the budget exception, and fix those errors. This is similar to the Operational Insight dashboard that will show you these errors. However, this is a single page specifically for errors. You can look at the budget exception description to see why that error usually occurs and what you can do to fix it. All errors associated with accounts payable will show up here with general information for that voucher. All of the header rows can be clicked on to sort. For example, if you wanted to correct an error by created by, you would click here and it would show you who created it or if it was last touched by batch process. These fields, voucher, supplier ID, service number, accounting date, entry status, created by, voucher source, origin, and merchandise amount will provide general information that you need. The Air Dashboard will be updated as we go through the enhancement process to include accounts receivable, general ledger, and other modules that show errors and how to correct them. The next scheduled error data to be created is the AR module.